a nightmare novel. Stop me before I kill. Batman. The ringer has struck again. Who will be his next victim? You're my puppet, Batman. You do what I say. You move where and when I say. And because I am beyond control, I control you. He came to kill, though he had never killed before. He was a madman, at war with the world. Though he wanted peace, he pitted his murderous intent against the courage and awesome skill of the Batman. But every time he lost, he won. Until, at the end, they both got what they wanted. Stop me before I kill. Batman. Story by David V. Reed. Art by Ernie Chua and Tex Blasiel. Edited by Julius Schwartz. Familiar scenario for a night in the career of the Batman. Or is it? The end of a hijack. So far, a piece of cake. Until... the hijackers lam out and separate. The Batman, run for it! The Caped Crusader takes off after one, while his passenger... What's that? His passenger? Right, his passenger, who very definitely is not Robin, goes for the other. Result number one. Result number two. This, my lad, is a genuine imported Highland fling. Total elapsed time, 2 minutes, 24 seconds. Nice going, Inspector. Enjoying yourself? Quite. Not that it's what I usually do back in London, but a bit of exercise is always bracing. Meanwhile, at police headquarters. Commissioner, isn't there anything hot tonight, aside from this dumb marionette thing? A word from the Batman and that visiting Inspector Kittredge from New Scotland Yard who's with him? Hold it, that's the Batman now. Good, good. See you soon. Boys, here's your story. The Batman and Inspector Kittredge broke up a hijack, and they're on their way here. A hijack? Well, better than nothing. Outside HQ, a few minutes later. Book 'em, Mike. Armed robbery, attempted murder, the works. Just then, from out of the shadows. Yes, what is it? Speak up, man. What do you want? My autograph? And suddenly the man turns and runs off. What do you suppose that was all about? Who knows? Poor devil. Obviously trying to say something and just couldn't get it out. Let's go. The commissioner's waiting. Sorry, fellers. Just a workout. You can get the details downstairs. Well, Inspector, how did you like your first night on Batman Patrol? Very nice indeed. Though, as the Batman says, fairly routine. I was rather hoping for something more... Something more? Yes, Commissioner. I thought we might run across one of the more complex crimes the Batman is famous for solving. You know, something baffling, bizarre, Bizarre, eh? It's just possible I may have something here for you. Some maniac, in a weird getup, leapt on stage at the Wells Theater earlier tonight, grabbed this marionette, wrung its neck, and escaped. Fascinating. In a small way, but really too bonkers to mean anything much. Wouldn't you say, Batman? Actions like these are sometimes meant to get my attention, but it could be a one-time thing. Well, you can both sleep on it. And before you leave, Inspector, we understand you're staying with Bruce Wayne during your exchange visit here. How come? You a friend of his? Well, we've met, but actually, Mr. Wayne's man Alfred is an old school chum of mine. When I wrote I was coming, he insisted I stay there, and Mr. Wayne graciously agreed. What else could I do? Not long afterward, outside the new Wayne Foundation building. Almost dawn. You'll pick me up tonight at the same time? Fine, and we'll make my inner city run. By the time he reaches Bruce Wayne's penthouse, he'll find his host at breakfast. Some minutes later. So, all in all, Inspector, I gather you were somewhat disappointed. Did you tell that to the Batman? Just a hint. Actually, I fancied something coming up that would enable me to match wits with him. Well, if it does happen, my money is on the Batman. Really? Shall we say 100 American dollars? Done. Winner donates the proceeds to his favorite charity. Righto. Poor Clive. Imagine betting against the world's greatest detective. That night, the Batmobile winds its leisurely, uneventful way through the blaze of Gotham's lights. The Batman's inner city run. More of a sightseeing tour than anything else. By the way, Batman, I have a wager with your friend, Bruce Wayne. Yes, he told me about it, Inspector. Sort of makes us friendly rivals. Though I doubt we'll get a chance to prove. Yet that instant, as though the Batman's words were an incantation. Help! Help! The madman Gordon described, attacking the ventriloquist dummy, twisting its neck. For an instant, the Batman hesitates, then makes his decision. You all right, Inspector? Not too bad. But why'd you let him get away? I was more concerned about you. All that kook adds up to is a case of criminal mischief. Surely you recognized him when his hood slipped. The man who couldn't talk when he stopped you last night. The same man Commissioner Gordon spoke of, with the marionette. Yes, I think that marionette business was meant to alert me, and the slipped hood was no accident. He wanted me to see him. He's trying to communicate something. I had the same thought. But what? Look what he did to the dummy. Wrenched its head completely around. The wood itself wrung into splinters. And this is Douglas fir, a very hard wood. Incredible strength in those hands. Back in London, we once had Jack the Ripper. You might call this one Jack the Ringer. Good name, the Ringer. You wanted something bizarre? You've got it. I have a feeling this night is far from over. Now, a sense of urgency pervades the Batman's rounds. Isn't it remarkable the Ringer knew just where to be, so you'd find him? Not if he somehow knew my planned patrol route. You see, it's useful to have certain expected patterns, like this inner city run. which I can switch if need be. It gives me an edge. On concert nights like tonight, I often swing around the park 2-3 times. Suddenly,
Mummy. Mummy.
Batman, look out!
Mummy.
The next instant, sheer horror takes over. Good Lord, it's the Ringer! He's got hold of the child,
Mummy.
hurling her at us. This is monstrous. Wait, it's a doll! A walking, talking doll! There he goes, around those rocks. Inspector, follow him around the base. I'll go this way. Seconds later. This time, Ringer, talk. Trying to wring my neck again? Lost the Ringer. Batman, over here. This way, hurry. Kittredge, from the boathouse. There he is, in that boat. Come on. He's going under the footbridge toward the center of the lake. But moments later, no sign of him, and no way along here he could have rowed to shore. Vanished, like a U-boat. Hardly that, Inspector. Those hands of his could easily have smashed through the bottom of his boat in the brief time it took us to turn the bend, which would have brought him about here. Let's take a look. Right on the beam, Batman. He swam to shore underwater. That's the last we'll see of him tonight. He's got his message across, and the message is murder. I agree with you about the message. In fact, I may have the next part of it, the beginning of a name. So, there's more to come, and he's extremely subtle in his dementia. That he is. Presently. I understand Bruce Wayne is taking you to the Bicentennial Expo early tomorrow evening, so I'll pick you up here afterwards. Yes, but can we discuss my idea about... Sorry, Inspector. Tomorrow night. Immediately, the Batman takes off again. This competition with Kittredge is all very interesting. And while I don't know what name he thinks he's got, this is no game. There's deadly serious work to be done. Shortly afterward. Now, sir, listen to me and listen carefully. Your life is in danger. Someone is out to kill you. I don't know why or when, but I suspect it's approaching fast. Hopefully, I'll get him before he gets to you. But if not, the only way to save you requires your complete cooperation. Yes, of course, Batman. The following evening, Bruce Wayne escorts his guest to the Bicentennial Expo, a magnificent historical pageant at the Gotham Coliseum. I thought you'd be interested in this, Inspector. After all, our bicentennial involves you British as well in a backhanded sort of way. Interested? This is absolutely astonishing. These figures seem completely alive. Yes, it's a fairly new science called audio animatronics. Human beings perfectly duplicated in looks, action, and voice. When you push a button like this, they speak in their own words. As I remarked in Poor Richard's Almanac, nothing is certain but death and taxes. Some are revolutionary heroes or noted patriots, and many of our presidents are... Oh, one moment, Bruce. This one here of President Wilson. I'd like to keep my eye on it. Why? You seem very excited. Oh, what a pity the Batman isn't here. You know about that madman, the Ringer? Why, yes. I'm convinced this figure is going to be involved. Attacked by the Ringer. The clues fit perfectly. First, the dummy's name was Woodrow. Then, last night, at the lake, the Ringer led us to where we would row after him, ergo, Woodrow Wilson. Furthermore, there's a progression from marionette to dummy to walking doll, and now this. Each one becomes progressively more human. This figure of Woodrow Wilson would be the logical next step, just one step away from a real human. His intended victim, someone named Woodrow. Does seem to add up. All at once across the great hall. I know not what course others may take, but as for me, give me liberty or give me...
Oh my God! He's wringing Patrick Henry's neck!
As pandemonium takes over. Bruce Wayne! Where is he? What happened to him? He must have fled with the others. And the Ringer escaped. I'd better get back to the Wayne Foundation. Wait for the Batman. Half a mile east, 10 minutes later, the drama of the Ringer is reaching its climax. Who are you? How did you get in here? What do you want? My life savings wiped out, invested in your stock brokerage, and you took every cent, wrung me dry, just as I'm going to wring you, like this. No, the market fell. It's always a gamble. There was nothing dishonest. Listen to reason. Stop. I tried to stop. Tried to tell the Batman. To plead for help, to stop me. But it's too late. Too late. I can't help myself. Do you think a closet can save you? Depends on who is in it, Ringer. For a man who likes to use his hands, you sure use lots of other things. You can pitch, but can you catch? I'm not sure even my bat cuffs could hold you, except this way. You'll have to wring your own legs off to get loose again. It's all right now, Mr. Walker. You can come out. Sorry about the mess. Mess? That's what I'd be by now, if it hadn't been for you, Batman. Soon after, Inspector Kittredge arrives at Police HQ in response to the Commissioner's urgent summons. Batman, you nobbled him. Extraordinary. But how? I was there at the expo, Inspector, in disguise. When the Ringer smashed that hourglass and cut off the Patrick Henry animatron just before the word death, I took it to mean that time had run out and death was next. But I'd already decoded where he was going. When? How? Last night, from the dummy and the doll. The dummy was made of Douglas fir, so I theorized the first name might well be Douglas. The second name and the address came from the doll, a Walker, on a Park Avenue. I went to Douglas Walker and made my arrangements. I just don't understand it. This was a man divided, Commissioner. He wanted to kill, but he also wanted to be stopped. Caught between warring impulses, unable to tell me in person. He led me on clue by clue, hoping I'd catch him in time. But how did he always know where to find you? Simple enough. I found a bug planted in Bruce Wayne's penthouse. The ringer heard you and Alfred discussing our plans for each night. Extraordinary. Yes, the thin line between insanity and genius. But what really boggles the mind is realizing that his fantastically detailed plans must have had alternatives all along the way. Alternatives we'll never know about. Well, Inspector, what ideas did you have? None worth repeating. Frankly, I don't know how I'm going to recover from this. Absolutely masterful. Intuition, the indispensable ingredient. Epilogue. The $100 is yours, Bruce. I never had a chance this time, but I'm looking forward to another time, another chance, and another wager. You know where to find me. Poor Clive. He's going to be a lot poorer.